Top tier, though, on a fairly decent map for the Charioteer Secret line. However, I've sort of spawned on the wrong flank, so I'm going to use this thing's incredible speed to try and traverse all the way over to the field side, where, so long as I don't, find myself looking at a whole lot of opposition, I'm going to try and just sort of shoot my way through. Now there's both a Cromwell and a T-50-2 over there, which is good, so long as they're patient enough to wait for their big gun to catch up. Because as fast as the Charioteer is, the Cromwell is still faster, and frankly the T-50-2 is even faster than that. And I don't want to get too close to the middle of the map, because frequently there's medium tanks chilling down there. And so did the Cromwell. Well, the Charioteer does not do well. It absorbs shells, even when it's top tier. The armor is inadequate for that particular purpose. And unfortunately, our T-50-2 is taken off for all he's worth. And I'm frantically in pursuit going, no, let me get there. I'm going to see a Cromwell that's clearly chasing him. Fortunately, he's so far out, he's running out of my render range, so I'm having to shoot these shots, trying to sort of blind. And I really, really want to try and say the T-50-2, any scout that's this willing to be this aggressive really deserves to to live, but, well, it's just not working. He's too far out. I can't aim the gun fast enough. He's down to only 2 health. Oh, the Cromwell's almost out of health. Oh, well, he's dead. Well, we can at least avenge him. It's like killing the tier 6 medium tank that got him. But I'm looking at this and going, he got an awful long way without only one apparent tank chasing him. I don't think there's anyone out here, so I'm going to take a gamble and immediately move up into point position. I take an unaimed swing at the Stritzwagen 74. I'm very fortunate that it goes in. But I'm not spotted when I shoot. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no one out here. I'm going to advance. We're going to try and find some flanking shots. We're going to try and support the guys on the western edge of the main city by putting holes in anything that attacks them. A top tier AMX AC-48 is confronting our Poodle. Well, he's rolling right in face of the Poodle, but that's a lot of side armor for me, so we punch out a whole chunk of his health. Continue the advance short distance, then re-aim, get in there to finish him off. Continue advancing, looking for more targets. It's my recently heavily upgraded Charioteer. And if you're going, what do you mean you managed to upgrade it some more? Wasn't it already fully upgraded? Well, it was. But now I've added 2 pieces of improved equipment to it. This is actually one of the first battles I fought with the improved equipment. I have what do they call it? The anyways, I have the better gun lane drive, which just dropped my reload by another roughly quarter second, and the experimental optics, which has boosted my view range out to 449 meters. That's actually a very important thing. It's greater than 445, which means that I've got view range sufficient to spot practically anything inside my view range. Unfortunately, a couple bad shots on the P-43 there, and as a result, he gets to advance and take out our Poodle. Our Cromwell gets absolutely slaughtered, but then we spot this Challenger. And go, Challenger. Very nice. We shoot him and immediately back away, because at this distance, there's almost no way the Challenger is not going to be able to spot us. And yeah, looks like we're going to get to live a little bit longer. Unfortunately, the team is down to tanks, and are being pushed kind of hard in the city now. So I start working my way back with the intent, still trying to get flanking shots into enemy vehicles. Stop briefly to see if I got shot with the KB2. Unfortunately, I don't. P-43 is about to run out of render range, so I just fire the shot and hope for the best. Unfortunately, it's not going to go in, which unfortunately means that our Soma is kind of doomed. But the P-43 doesn't seem to realize that there are tanks back here, because he's backing away from the Jagdpanther, making himself a perfect target for my gun. Continue advancing back towards my own base, where enemy heavy tanks are now pressing through the city to defeat the remainder of my team over there. We don't really have much left. We have a Cromwell, we have an 88, a Jagdpanther, we got me, a couple artillery, no, 3 artillery even. They've still got an IS-3. 88's taken out by the artillery. Tiger tank is confronting the Jagdpanther. Doesn't seem to be taking it too well. But because the Jagdpanther is busy dealing with him, the IS-3 is being able to sneak up on him pretty much unopposed. And the Jagdpanther is unfortunately reduced on too low health to absorb another shot. Even though I'm piling up here as fast as I can, I just can't get there in time to protect the Jagdpanther. So instead, pop up. Wish that artillery shell taken a little bit more health. Instead, I'm going to leave that IS-3. Very, very low health, but it also gets me spotted. So I come over on this side of the bunker to try and protect myself. Look for a shot in the KV-2 here, but well, he's inside the city, no shot. So I duck in here just in the nick of time to avoid taking a serious hammering from the SPGs. The IS-3 is taken out by... I'm sorry. The IS-3 is now down. The KV-2 kills the Cromwell, but is in turn killed by an Su-8. But now the Su-8 is stuck in an open part of the city when there's 3 artillery, and one of them takes him out. And now we've got ourselves an interesting situation. It's my Charioteer and 2 artillery versus a British Tier 7 tank destroyer, the Challenger, and 3 artillery. And it's the artillery that are making me nervous. The Challenger's the only one with any real view range. Oh, hang on. Good old. This is why we like having extra view range. Alright, now it's fair. It's 2 artillery and a tank destroyer versus 2 artillery tank destroyer, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident about what I can do than what I know the Challenger can do. I'm going to pop out here and just take a quick look, see if I spot anything. And what I spot is a Hummel running straight towards me. Oh, hi, Mr. Hummel. Goodbye, Mr. Hummel. And I take a hit from the Challenger. And what it tells me is that, 1, the Challenger's not yet fully upgraded. He's only got the 17-pounder. It also means that now I have a 1 artillery advantage. I take a guess on where I think the Challenger is. I'm actually guessing a little bit too far out, as will be revealed a little bit later. But it's actually a pretty reasonable guess. I didn't think anyone could be that close to me and get a shot in without being detected. And I'll pop over here. I'm going to try and see if I can scout anything out. I don't see him, but I decide that I don't really want to run across that gap and into the Challenger and the M12's line of fire. The Challenger alone I could probably tackle, but the M12, if he scores a good hit on me, could easily tip the balance and leave my poor artillery alone against the Challenger and the M12. So I decide I'm going to do a little bit of scouting from another angle. And I come out here around the city to try and make the approach from an angle where I feel like I've got a slightly better chance of outspotting the Challenger. Thankfully, the Charioteer is a quite quick vehicle, so it doesn't take too long to shift from one part of the battle to another, and I've got 7 minutes with which to figure out how I'm going to dig out this Challenger and then deal with his artillery buddy. Or even better, if I can deal with the artillery buddy first and then go deal with the Challenger, so much the better. But I'm pretty sure he's positioned so that it'd be very difficult to sneak up on him and get the artillery first. So I decided I'm going to try and use this bush right here to outspot him. But he's in a position where he can still spot me. I don't take any fire from the Challenger, so I'm quite worried now that below the ridgeline artillery fire, so I'm going to do a little bit of random maneuvering here to try and confuse the artillery. And well, it works well enough. There's a shot from him. I try and take a rough idea where he is, and I figure out that the M12 is probably in that square right over there. Now I've got an idea where both the Challenger and the M12 are. I now have an idea of how I can approach them. And I start maneuvering to actually approach their position from the northeast. From this direction, I'll be able to get fairly close without them standing any real chance of detecting me. And hopefully I'll be able to take the Challenger off guard and catch him from an angle he's not prepared to fight me from. Again, it's happy to be on the Cromwell hull. This vehicle is quite quick. I've got the Hesh loaded because I really want to make sure that I wreck as much of this Challenger as possible the first shot. I then realized that if I cross on the southern road through the city here, I'll pass in front of a gap where the Challenger will definitely see me. I move up here, stay well away from that gap at the south end of this opening, so that there's no way he'll spot me. This particular maneuver is successful. And now I am in fact approaching from the direction I want. Even better, as I get to this corner, and look around it, I see that there's a tree fallen in such a way that it gives me a perfect concealed position from which to poke around, try and get out some early spots. Now I'm just sitting here just trying to work up my nerve, because you know, if I get messed up here, my artillery are gonna be in a lot of trouble. The S-51 though is moved into a crossfire position, so that no matter where the enemy is hiding, one of the artillery should be able to get a shot. Now I just roll out, and of course, the Challenger's actually very well hidden because he does spot me first, but I merely dive down in here to help make it harder for the enemy artillery to get a shot at me. And now in a moment of complete obliviousness, I don't notice the Challenger shooting at me from the right as he shows up on the minimap. But after a few seconds, I do spot him. He gets whacked by the artillery. I put a round in where I think he is, but it ends up hitting the ground in front of him. I see the S-51 round goes through right where he was and doesn't hit anything. But I say to myself, he's on 300 health. If I hit him, he's dead. So I race in to get him, and he's not here anymore. He is in fact taken off running. And his camouflage is good enough that I can't see where he's gone, but I am able to spot the M12 when he breaks cover. That's my third artillery kill. It's always nice to get that. And better yet, the M12 does not spot me when I take him out. So now it's literally just me and the two artillery against this Challenger, and I'm pretty sure this Challenger is he's running scared, because on his low health I could kill him with regular rounds, but I'm just going to be shooting him with Hesh. Because if I get a penetrating hit with Hesh, there is zero chance that I will low roll so low that he is not going to die. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually delousing the area. I've realized that with only 3 minutes left, our best bet is actually to go for a capture. And I've actually painted the map for the S-51 to come in and cap while I go around and make sure that he's not hidden in one of these bushes in the corners using my 6 sets. Sure enough, it's not going to go off, so I'm just going to pause here just long enough so that the S-51 and I can enter the cap pretty much simultaneously. And this is on purpose. I want to minimize the amount of time that the Challenger has to turn around and come back and try and reset his base. He's only going to have about 50 seconds. And now I just set up behind these weeds right here to increase my concealment rating. The S-51 does the same thing with some bushes over there. And we just wait to see if he's going to show. And I don't doubt that he's trying to figure out right now who's capping. It's either me and an artillery or two artillery and I'm lying in ambush. And either one could be very, very bad for him. And as it turns out, he's run far enough away that he's not going to be able to get back here in time to reset. But if you listen carefully, right after I finish capping, you're actually going to hear a shot come in and hit the ground in the middle of the cap circle. He's up in the northeast corner shooting this way. But it's not going to do him any good. Let's take a look at the post-game stats of this one. Well, only second class mastery for that one, but it was still, the end was still so interesting. I felt it was worth putting for replay. Top Gun, Dimitru's medal got me bonds, and came in top of the team, though with only 900 experience. It's not really the most enthralling experience level, but the final battle was, I felt, kind of worth it. Pretty good stats overall for that one. I certainly was reasonably pleased with it. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Good game, and good night.